Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Friday, December 23rd, 2016, and today in our Tech News Update, we have Microsoft that is actually updating its support website for Windows Update, offering new new information on how to try to find why Windows updates don't work, ranging for not just the tool that will fix Windows updates, but also giving you all sorts of handy and easy to use, um, you know, kind of a list of all sorts of things that you can try basically to have a Windows update fix before they tell you, well, you'll have to reinstall Windows. So it's available for Windows 7, Windows 8.1, and Windows 10. And of course, I'll be taking a look and maybe post a little update of Windows Update problems that people can have and how they can fix it. And so I think it's a welcome thing because probably one of the most common issues in Windows has been Windows Update that doesn't work. And it's usually always because some update is stuck or there's some files left behind that prevents Windows Update from working. So I'll be taking a look at that and possibly making a video giving you the link to that website a little later today. Well, if you're thinking of calling your Wi-Fi hotspot Note 7 in an airplane, it's maybe a bad idea. A passenger that named his Wi-Fi hotspot from his phone Note 7 created a mid-air safety scare on a Virgin America flight. And the pilot actually said, look, we got to find this and we got to have this turned off because it's a Note 7. That's what they thought. Or we're going to have an emergency landing. Now, I don't know, but if you're the person that does a joke like that, I think you're in deep trouble. And I'm not sure, but I think that person is probably going to be, you know, in trouble, basically. So it was not a Note 7. It's simply that somebody aboard the plane had called its phone Wi-Fi Note 7, which is really not something to do. You know, it's like probably the equivalent of like going to a bank and just for a joke saying, "Hey, this is a holdup," which is gonna give you or make you, get you in trouble immediately. I can tell you that. So interesting, but don't do things like that. Windows 10 Insider Preview, we have a little bit of news from the internal builds at Microsoft. Of course, like I always said from the past week or so, we will not have any new builds until 2017. But internally at Microsoft, even though most insider team is, on holiday, joining a family and friends for Christmas, there's still some compiling and some insider preview working on. And apparently they've reached build 15,000 today. That means that in January, when we come back and start having builds again, we probably will have a build above 15,000. So that's a new milestone. To go from build 10,000 to 15,000, it took 2 years. So interesting to see, and that was something I was looking forward actually. A build above 15,000. That's pretty nice milestone here. So seems that in January we will be at 15,000 something when we receive our next insider preview. Well, a report that was commissioned by the White House uh, about the labor market and jobs and artificial intelligence and automation is not really showing a very positive sight for the future. The report says that artificial intelligence and automation will make or might take away more than or almost half of US jobs. And the people more at risks are the entry level jobs and often low paying jobs. And the report says that the first jobs to be lost in the next 10 to 20 years will be truck drivers and taxi drivers. And of course, we can't just, when they say that, we just think about, self driving cars, of course. So that is kind of a scary thought. And I think there's going to be a real shift in the labor market in the next years because this is just crazy when you think about it. Losing all of those jobs is it's sad, and let's hope that something else will bring along some nice jobs for those people that will not have anything to work. But I think that the labor market has always been tough, especially for uneducated people. And but I think now we're getting into a really, really tougher and tougher all the time for all of these people. Uber has been kind of attacked a little bit. A lot of users have been noticing that the Uber app is still tracking your phone even when it's not in use. And some users say, look, I haven't used Uber in months, and I noticed that it's tracking me. Uber responded and said, well, it's not our fault exactly. It's because Uber, in order to know where are the different Uber taxis around, basically needs, of course, to know your position. And they say that when the app is turned off, it still has an extension in the Maps app on your phone. That means that every time a other app or you use the Maps app, you kind of turn on the Uber tracking by default. And it's not a problem, it's just that it's the way that it was designed. So Uber says, don't worry, we're not tracking you. We don't want to know where you are except for when you are going to get a taxi, and that there's no dangers and no security issues here. And finally, a new report looking at the future of tech was showing that 2017 will be probably the year of OLED screens. Now, we've started to see OLED screens, of course, on the TVs show up here and there. They're still quite expensive, but now that's the new technology that's coming. And OLED screens promise a lot of things. First of all, because OLED are organic LEDs that actually illuminate on their own, they don't need, any side lighting, because a LED TV, a LED TV right now, basically what happens is that it's a side-mounted light that goes across the panel, and so it, of course, depending on the state of the LED on the screen and the pixel, it will, of course, light different colors and light different shades. OLEDs actually are all autonomous. There's no need for a side lighting. They illuminate on their own. That means you only turn on the LED spots that you need. A great example is that many phones are now OLED screens, including the Galaxy S7. And this is cool because it means that when something is small on your screen, it only takes the power needed to light those pixels, not the full panel. Because on an LED screen, when you have something that's very dark, your panel is still lighted. It's just that the LCD on that screen is actually changed state, so it doesn't show that it's lighted. It will also help in making much more interesting contrasts. Blacks will be blacks, whites will be whites, and that's going to really improve picture quality, apparently. So that's the next big thing, and that's probably a lot of TVs will come up in 2017 with OLED screens. This was the Tech News Update. We are Friday, December the 23rd, 2016. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. And if you have any suggestions for 2017 on things you'd like to see more on the channel, of course, let us know. Thank you for watching.